You are now listening to Vigilantes Radio, presented by the Only One Media Group. This is the people's choice for quality interviews, celebrities and special guests. Hosted by Demetrius Dinny Reynolds. Call in to join the mix at 701-801-9813. For the complete archive of episodes, visit onlyonemediagroup.com and be sure to like us on Facebook at Vigilantes Radio. We welcome all. Enjoy the show. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your host, Demetrius Houdini Black Reynolds. Enjoy the show.
Yo, what is up? Welcome to another awesome episode of Vigilantes Radio. I am your host, Denny Mussolini, and we have a very special guest tonight, so you definitely want to stick around for that. We have over 21, actually, it's on the browser, chat room, Google Hangouts, Skype, all the plugins that we use. You guys are filling it up right now. You're a little bit late, but hey, okay, it's okay. So yeah, I expect the numbers to keep going up. So just keep calling in, keep jumping in the chat room on our website. Keep on Skyping in, Googling in, whatever it takes to get in. Make sure you get in and you just chill out with the rest of us. All right. So, consequences. A life full of woe and a life full of joy are both the result of the same basic principle, that the quality of your life is determined by your actions. Everything you do has consequences. The things you do today will determine your life tomorrow. You have hopes and dreams and desires. What are you doing right now? Right now is the time to act. It is the only time that is ever available to you. Someday will never come unless you take action today. Everything has consequences. Whether it's good news or bad news, it's completely up to you. Take that from me, Denny Mussolini. That is my word, and word is bond.
You're live in the mix. Let's get this started.
Yo, hello, and welcome to another awesome episode of Inside the Music, or the book, or film, or even the business, where we dive into the minds of the people who create these marvelous things. It feels so good to be back with you guys once again. Big ups to my folks who are indigos, crystalline, or the starseeds, for my Vigilantes audience family, for my hooligans, and shout out to my people who are vegetarian or vegans. If you're in the struggle like me, we are averaging over 37,000 live listeners, and we've been at this for 5 solid years. I appreciate to all you guys who've been rocking with the kid on this journey, and we are still evolving, baby. It is all because of you, most definitely. We are the people who have dedicated their lives to music, spirituality, business, literature, art, films, and research in every aspect. And we want to allow you an opportunity to tell your story. Man, we've had celebrities on our show, from Grammy Award-winning artists, nominees, to actors, comedians, CEOs, technology revolutionaries, visual artists, from authors to professors, and vampires. Or people who think they're vampires. It doesn't matter who you are or where you come from. Come on our show and talk to me. So check it out to book your interview or to appear on my other show called Skeptics. Email me at vradio@onlyonemediagroup.com, and that's V as in Victor. We hope to get the stories behind these unique people and give them a chance to tell their truth to us and the universe. That is Vigilantes Radio sole purpose. You know the number to dial, 701-801-9813. Share that number with your buddy right now and tell them to tune in to connect with us or our guests, or you can hop in the mix directly from our website, which is onlyonemediagroup.com. Right from the homepage, you can slap that go live button and you'll be here live in the mix and in the chat room with all of us. So feel free to shoot over some questions to ask our guests while they are here, but only as time permits. Sometimes my guests and I talk entirely too much. And as always, all episodes are available for free download, and you can grab them from either Spreaker.com/only one media group, iTunes, Player.fm, YouTube, any app from the Google Play or iTunes store, or over at our website. And that goes for every single episode that we've ever aired.
Well, tonight's interview is the JF Millionaire interview, and I am your host, Denny Mussolini, just in case you guys have forgotten that quick. All right, so our interviews go beyond the music, the books, the films, the businesses, and into the minds of the artists or people who create these marvelous aspirations. From researching our special invited guests, like mining for details, watching, reading, listening, are designed to bring out the best answers possible through thought-provoking questions that have some real substance. Well, maybe we aren't like TMZ, but that was worth the shot. So a sincere warm welcome to JF Millionaire for being on our show tonight. We'll have an absolutely amazing time talking with him about his start in music, the origins of his moniker, and so much more. Point being, I'm sure he has a lot of incredible things to say. And on that note, I don't want to give too much away. So with that, let's go ahead and welcome him to our show. Hey, JF Millionaire, you're now live in the midst with all of us. How's it going? Yeah, there we go.
My connection's a little messed up, but I'm here. It keeps cutting off on me.
Definitely, man. I don't know what that's all about, but yeah, we got you now. How you doing?
Pretty good, you know. Just here vibing out, was listening to the mix and, you know, loving the hype.
All right. Cool deal. So, man, thank you so much for taking out the time to talk with us here today. Already looking forward to what you might have to say. So from what I've learned, read and research, music is pretty important to your life. But I suppose just because I do my homework, my job, doesn't mean the world is completely familiar on the full story. I know you have your world as well over in California, and there's no telling how far you're unlucky ones who do not know about you. What's the full story from your perspective of what your music is all about?
I mean, well, first off, I want to respond and say, you know, thanks for having me on the interview, you know. Definitely. But, yeah, like, the full story, where do you want to start, you know? Like, I mean, man, I started as a young kid.
Yeah, man, you can start it anywhere, man. I have my popcorn and my tea, so take as long as you want. I like stories. Yeah.
I don't know. I just got really into writing lyrics like at a young age, and ended up getting my own studio set up and whatnot, and just kept putting out, you know, a bunch of content. And then finally I was able to put it all back out on iTunes and Apple Music. So I got a bunch of music out now, and then just working on this. Well, I just finished up this new project that I'm about to be dropping, so.
The music, man, I love the music. But give us a little history on your background and some insights into like what's important to you when you're performing your music and that you feel represents you the best.
I mean, like, in my sound, I have like little quirks in there. Like, I try to be unique with my delivery and wordplay. Like, I might sound similar to some of them, but it won't be like 100%. And then, like, I'm just, like, really goofy. Like, I'll put some goofy twists in songs, but there'll be some lines that, like, there's this one part I was like, my favorite food's chicken, so there shouldn't be beef, which is, like, a little humorous, but it's like, I don't want to beef with anybody, you know?
Yeah.
So I just had to put that in there.
All right. So if we were to put you on a playlist with, like, a bunch of random artists, how would we be able to tell a JF Millionaire song from like Lupe or Drake or Problem, who's from the West Coast. You know, I'll be able to tell it's one of your songs.
I have a lot of signature stuff, like, in my music. Like, I have a signature in all my songs where I'll just be like, excuse moi, you know. That's one of the little things I say before all my tracks start. And it's just like my delivery. It's a little different from like any West Coast artist. So that's the main thing that's like really awesome. Like, I have, I love trap beats. Like, I love trap music. So I've been like rapping to a lot of them lately. So it doesn't really fit into like California. Yeah. So it's kind of weird.
You don't think so?
I mean, there's a lot of people out here that do listen to it out here, but I mean, like, it just, like, everyone's still kind of on that West Coast tip, and, you know, they're expecting, like, the next Pac to come out, and, like, I don't know, so it's just one of them things.
Definitely. So I never really thought about it until I was doing this interview, but JF Millionaire, the name itself, you know, I'm sure there's going to come a time where somebody wants you to fully explain your name and how you got it. Well, actually, that time could be right now. Yeah, man. So I'll go ahead and take that initiative. How did you get your name, and what does it mean? And, what's the behind-the-scenes story of JF Millionaire?
Yeah, so JF Millionaire is a funny situation. Like, I used to go by all these other names, and I finally came up with this one. And it has nothing to do with money, you know. It's just, like, I've always tried to be smart with music, and, like, I've always wanted to come up with lyrics to go, like, way over your head, you know, like 1,000,000 feet over your head. So then it's just, like, people would listen, and then they'd be like, oh, boy, this kid really just said this, like, a month ago in a song, and it's hitting me now, you know. So that's just like one of the things that I have for the JF Millionaire. It's like a little pun, you know?
Yeah. What other names did you used to go by?
Dang. I went by Verbs, Black Knight, Memory. Like, it was just a bunch of just random names that I just thought of. And I finally came across JF Millionaire. So I was like, all right, you know, we're going to stick it out and see how far I can take it, you know?
What does the JF stand for?
My first and last initial. So.
Okay, good.
Yeah, Josh, and then my last name.
Dope. So you're spitting bars or putting words together that wouldn't normally like form in a hip hop song, I guess. And your lines sometimes go over people's heads. So, I mean, I'm like one of those guys, like, when something like that happens, it takes me a minute, and I just keep thinking about that line. I keep saying it over, like I'm trying to figure out some puzzle or some mystery, and I just got to get, you know, what the meaning is behind the line. I'm doing extensive research, man, like extensive research and trying to put the story together. So is that your aim, or is that just happens naturally for you?
I mean, I guess it was my aim in the beginning, but more on the lines of now, I'm just trying to, like, please the people, you know. I want to give people what they want to hear. If they want to turn up, then I'm going to go ahead and turn up for them, you know. But there's still some songs, like, that I'll have that'll be from my roots, you know. Like, I won't completely go into that realm of pleasing everybody, but I'll go into that realm for a little bit and then come back every once in a while, you know.
Yeah. Who are you currently listening to nowadays, as far as artists?
I listen to a wide range. Like, growing up, I used to listen to, like, All American Rejects, One Republic, Lupe Fiasco, Ludacris, Slipknot, Drake, Lil Wayne. So, like, I have love for, like, a lot of music, like Taylor Swift. Like, I just enjoy music. As long as it sounds good, like, I'm listening to it, you know?
Definitely. Me, personally, I feel like that's necessary to be a well-rounded artist. And I hear cats all the time saying, like, man, I'm stick to what I know, and then their music sound one-dimensional. But when you blend, like, as many genres and artists as you just mentioned, yo, your music comes out dope because you're able to draw like so much inspiration from different sounds, and you appreciate it. So it shows in music.
Yeah, I love music, so that's my passion. So that's why I'm doing it, you know.
Definitely. So how do you plan on keeping your music relevant over time? I know how the industry, changes, the sound of the industry changed, the beats change. A few years back, it was not trap, but what they called the crunk movement.
Oh, yeah. So just by keeping it relevant is just, being willing to evolve with it. Like, I've always been the type to, like, stick with the sound, but over the years I was like, you know what, let's go ahead and evolve. If I hear the music going a certain way, then I need to start going that way and just try to see ahead of the game so then I can get there before everybody else gets there.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. So,
do you think that's
and maybe I might do
out?
some I mean, it could be a form of selling out, but I mean, it's just like, it's one of those things. It's like if I can follow it, or if I can get a trend before it hits and still be true to myself in the end, then I don't think it's a sellout, because I'm still being true to myself. I'm still saying the same stuff I've been saying. I'm just saying it differently to different music. It's just giving the people what they want to hear in a different way.
Definitely. All right, cool. So you got a new album on the way. The Dilemma. I believe it's slated to be released on October the 8th this year, which is right around the corner. Right around the corner, man. Are you feeling any pressure?
I'm not feeling pressure at all. I feel like this album can do really, really good,
Mm-hmm.
I put a lot of work into it. Like, the current production on there, the beats, it'll just all fit into what's going in right now. The flow I have to the beats will be good. Like, what I'm saying on the beats is just magic. It's like a breakthrough to a new skill set, because like I'm rapping faster than I used to and stuff like that.
Man, that's dope. How long was it in the making?
This album, I linked up with these two producers. They just sent me beats, like on IG. They hit me up. And as soon as they sent me a few, I was like, all right. So we ended up making this one song called Options. And that was released, I think, a year ago. So it's been a good amount of time, about like a year or more. And I was just like trying to polish everything up and make everything sound like really good before I went ahead and released it.
Is there anything special about the date, October the 8th?
I just picked the day, It's just like pick a day ahead of time so I can get some promotion going on. Try to reach out for some interviews, which luckily, I got one with you guys. Just trying to, get everything popping and just make sure everything is a solid launch,
Definitely. So what makes this particular project different from your last few?
The difference here is like definitely the skill set, like the way that I'm delivering the songs, the production, what I'm saying in it, and all that good stuff, because it's basically putting me in this position to where I used to, do my own thing in music and just make music for me, but now I'm stuck in this dilemma where I gotta give the people what they want to hear too, and that's the reason why I named it that. And I feel like you can hear that in the CD, where I'm just saying I went through a lot of change to get here. I had to really push myself to become a better artist. I think I'm a better artist from doing what I did with this, because now I have all these new opportunities and these new skill sets.
So the music from this next album, and I know we kind of touched on it a bit before, but do you think, well, let me ask you this. We know that it is not specifically made for the West Coast regions. Which region do you think is potentially suited better for? You know, you got the North, the East, the South, Midwest.
I think it would do really well in like the South and East. Like, that's where it'd probably be the best. Like, if people in the South and East were to pick it up, they would probably love it. I mean, there's a good West Coast song on there that you would do really well in the West Coast, but I mean, that would just have to be if they, you know, I don't know. I don't get a lot of love in the West Coast. It's kind of weird because I don't be spitting into that gangster stuff, you know?
Yeah, I think the landscape of the West Coast is changing a bit, you know, especially with the, I don't want to call them new age rappers, but I guess rappers of this time, or, you know, they're spitting, I can't say substance either. Most of it is drugged out music, but still, some of it is abstract, and I do appreciate some of the newer sounds that are coming from the West Coast.
Yeah, some of it's really good. Like, I've listened to it. It definitely is changing. Definitely is.
Yeah. Okay. Well, would you ever move to a new region, especially if your music is going well over there versus staying in the West?
Yeah, I was telling all my peeps that, you know, I might have to, you know, wherever wherever it hits the best, like, I'm out. I'm gone. I'm like, see you later, Cali. You know, I've been here for a while and nobody's showing too much love. Like, I get love in weird cities, you know, so.
Yeah. So let's talk about your single, Role Model. Is there any particular, like, goal that you set to achieve with this recording?
I mean, Role Model was just like a single I wanted to put. I know I wanted to, like, I made the beat, so I got in the studio, made the beat, I was feeling the beat, so then I just started making it, wrote the hook, recorded it, mixed and mastered it, did all my thing, and one thing led to another, and then I just put it out as a single. It started getting like a grip of streams, like I was tripping out, so then my boy Ray G hit me up and was like, let's make a video, and I was like, alright, cool. So one thing led to another, and so far it's been a really good, successful song, you know, so I'm just excited how it turned out.
Nice. What inspires your writing?
Like, I get inspired by just like hearing good music or like just great content out there. If I hear somebody that has done something good and I'm just like, oh man, I need to get back in the booth and write something, like everyone is like hating on MGK right now, and I'm not trying to bring that up, but that whole Rap Devil song, I was like, man, that makes me want to get back and writing bars again, you know, because he came out with some on that.
He going around the internet looking for somebody to beat up lyrically.
Yeah, man, it tripped me out.
Yeah, man. I get it, man, and that's just the competitiveness of this. I don't want to call it a sport, but of this music game, you know. It's like battling just makes you better, you know. I don't know, it just brings a lot out of you, because at this point it's show and prove, or put up or shut up.
Yeah, exactly. I feel
it. Yeah, man. Have you ever engaged in rap beef?
I have not. I'm just a guy that, you know, I make music. I mean, I had a little bit of beef, but that was like in high school, and nobody even knew who we were, so it didn't even make any sense. But people around the campus were like, "Oh, you guys should rap battle at lunch," and then that's when I learned about the whole, like, you got to bring your own peeps to the crowd, because if you go in and you're battling somebody, he's got all his peeps there, he's gonna win 10 times out of 10. So I learned that at a young age. Yeah.
Like that home field advantage thing.
Exactly. It's just like, I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna get killed, no matter how good I am. Yeah.
Yep. So, man, when you're listening, like, to the final masters of the song as they come back to you, well, you're somewhat of an engineer as well, so you're in there mixing and putting your magic on it as well. But when somebody else does it and the song comes back to you, how do you know beyond a shadow of a doubt that you got everything recorded exactly as you were looking to do it, and that the song is truly done and ready for the rest of us?
Well, I've been engineering, mixing, mastering for like 10 plus years. So if they send me something back and I'm like, nah, man, I'm not cutting that. So I'll have them either send everything separated to me, and then I'll just go ahead and mix and master and change it. Because there's times where I'm like, hey, man, that bass is too heavy or that snare is too loud. I can fix it in a few seconds. And then, like, I'll just analyze what producers do and recording artists do in today's music and just compare everything and how they piece together their art as well. And I feel like I have the ear for it. So it's one of those things, I just built that skill set over years.
Yeah. Man, with those kind of superpowers, does it prolong your projects, though, because you kind of have that producer's ear?
I mean, I don't think it does, because I know the sound I'm looking for. Like, I'm like, okay, if I know what I want to hear and it doesn't sound like that, I know how to tweak it to make it sound like that within a matter of 5-10 minutes or less.
Nice.
So it's just one of the things I'm just always in there. I'm always mixing. I'm always engineering. Like, I've engineered for a gang of people. So it's just like one of them things that I got it on top. Yeah, I got a good ear for it.
Definitely. Is there a huge surprise that we should all be looking out for between now and the release of your album?
Is there a what?
That's a huge surprise, or anything we should be looking forward to.
I mean, the only thing that I have coming up would be I'm doing probably this little T-shirt giveaway. So it's gonna be on my IG if people want to follow me, JF Millionaire with no E at the end. And just wait for my post, and then you just follow directions on the post, and I'll be giving away a bunch of T-shirts and all that stuff.
Dope. And guys, just in case you want that link, it is actually in the description of this episode, his IG page, so make sure you connect with him, follow him, and blow up his DMs. All right, man. We like to conclude our interview segment, this part here, and offer you the soapbox. So just in case there was something you wanted to talk about that I didn't ask you, now is your chance to bring it up.
Oh yeah, so let me give a few shout outs to some peeps. Ray G, he's out there, he got his video on lock. Jody Joe been putting down some music for a minute. Jids, he makes some pretty dope beats, and hooked me up with my cover art for Role Model. Big one stays loyal to Rare Con Music. The cousin Finesse, check him out. He's be putting out music too. Anthony Days, you got to get that guy in the booth soon. He's supposed to be sending me some stuff. And then I can't forget these two producers that helped me get this project done, The Recipe and Brick Theory. Without them, there'd be no Dilemma coming out on the 8th. So that's that.
Wow. Yeah, man. Shout out your team, bro. All right, guys, after the music break, it'll be time for our usual tradition. It is called the hot seat, and our fans love this part of the segment, of course, along with the actual interview. But the audience get a chance to hear JF Millionaire. Maybe he can sing, maybe he does poetry, spoken word, freestyle rap, joke, story, even play a live instrument. Well, you never know if these creative minds and vessels were produced in the spotlight. And tonight, yes, tonight, we'll find out if JF Millionaire has what it takes to be put on the spot, a test of his true artistry, and maybe even some hidden talent. But for right now, we have JF Millionaire with his song Role Model, and we'll be right back.
Been on my shit, don't act like you can't see me. They call it a grind, and I've been on it every season. Best believe it, I got friends saying slow down, but I got that drive that this world can never hold down. Still got that young swag, girlies tryna holler quick. They keep moaning my name, cause I love the sound of it. JF on that new tip, you can say exclusive. Better watch me closely, just to peep my movement. Old friends can't believe this, they calling me a genius. Now tell the world they can go and suck my, crack them speakers, this my Mona Lisa. Bitch, I'm in the game, I got no more time for them bleachers. Gotta turn up, taking shots like I'm Kobe. It's my time, yeah, I had to check the Rolex. Now okay, was looking too empty. I worked hard, now it's time to let loose. And the day off is shocking, like the boy Zeus. I'm about to call up Iggy, her and I about to jam out. Convinced her to drop panties, let that ass out. Good God, I'm on a roll and I'm never stopping. Go back to last year, a nigga made options. They looked over my head until I made bread. Now I'm at that point where I really can flex. About to cop the custom chain just so I can shine more. Business on flick, and I know you should mind yours. I'm here to take shots, move up. No chop down or scoot up. About time for us to burn up. Celebrate all night, let's turn up. Got more money on my mind now. Tell these other lames they can pipe down. Stacks up in my pocket too. Never standing still, you know I gotta move. Guarantee I never hate. That's right here, let me demonstrate. Take a few pics when I'm on center stage. And watch me celebrate, watch me celebrate.
Got more money on my mind now. Tell these other names they can pipe down. Stacks up in my pocket too. Never standing still, you know I gotta move. Guarantee I never hate. That's right here, let me demonstrate. Take a few pics when I'm on center stage. And watch me celebrate, watch me celebrate.
All right, and we are back. That was JF Millionaire with his song Role Model. Joy in every moment. Today is a precious gift. Enjoy it to the fullest. Look for challenges that will help you grow. The light and the beauty that is all around you. Give your love to others. Create something that has never existed before. Express your uniqueness in everything that you do. Appreciate your many blessings. Listen with understanding and act with kindness. Have respect for those around you. Enjoy the company of another. Open your mind to possibilities. Go confidently forward in the direction of your dreams. Take pleasure in the disciplined effort of successful living, delight in being yourself. And when the day is over, enjoy the sense of accomplishment that comes from giving and being the best you can be. Look at how far you've come and just think of how great it will be tomorrow. I forgot how the song goes. But take that from me, Denny Mussolini. That is my word, and word is bond. But for right now, let's bring back the man of the moment, JF Millionaire. You're back live with us and in our hot seat. What do you have for us?
Yeah, I just spit a little something for everybody.
All right.
Yeah, so I'm not really good at freestyle, but we're going to give it a shot.
Definitely.
All right, so JF came to rock this microphone. Let it be known, it's the time when I'm all in my zone. Hopefully, I got all your attention, because the fact I'm here right now is feeling like a blessing. The dilemma is on the way. You ready? Because I show everybody how the boy's been steady. Never stopped for a second. And if I ever felt down, I would just look at my reflection. Tell myself the next thing. Take and never let loose. Pull out all these facts when I'm hitting the booth. It's a cold world, but you know the boy got so. Letting it shine on Vigilantes Radio Show.
my man, JF Millionaire, everybody. Man, let everybody know where they can connect with you at on the internet.
They can connect with me on Snapchat, JF Holla, Instagram, Twitter, at JF Millionaire, no E. And that's pretty much it, yo. Those are the only ones I'm really active on.
Definitely. And guys, just in case you didn't get those links, I have them in the description of this episode. So all you have to do is click the links and it'll take you right to those destinations. Man, JF Millionaire, I just want to say thank you once again for being our special guest tonight. I definitely enjoy your music.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Thank you, my Vigilantes family, as always, for checking out my podcast over here at Vigilantes Radio. All episodes are available for free download, and you can grab that from either Spreaker.com/only1mediagroup, iTunes, YouTube, any app that's on a Google Play or iTunes store, or our website. And that goes from every single episode that we've ever aired. If you'd like to request music or a particular guest or send something for me to play, email it to theradio@onlyonemediagroup.com. If it's music, please label it by artist and title. Here's my disclaimer. We are genre free, we do not judge, and we absolutely do not base our opinions on hearsay but facts alone. And actually, you can scratch all of that because all of my opinions are always right. That's the bottom line. This is my show, so deal with it. Nah, just kidding. On behalf of myself, Danny Mussolini, I appreciate all you guys for tuning in, either afterwards or live with us. Spread the word because sharing is caring. We stepped up our game just for you guys and our guests to make sure that you have the best experience here on our show. Be sure to connect with us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr, as well as Spreaker. We always follow back. That is the number one rule. Okay, well, just remember to be yourself and be absolutely great at just doing that. Avoid being too comfortable because you're messing with your potential when you do that. Peace and have a good night.
You are now listening to Vigilantes Radio, the people's choice for quality interviews, art, music, and hot topics. Hosted by Demetrius Houdini Black Reynolds of the duo No Longer the Hero. All episodes of this podcast are available for free download at www.onlyonemediagroup.com. This is a Seventh Sign Regime Rebirth Worldwide Syndicate exclusive.